Hello everyone. Today I want to do this video tag on the Johari window spread. But before that, I would like to introduce you to two newest additions to my tarot collection. And the first one is this hidden tarot of the hidden realms. I have had this deck for less than a week and I'm still getting used to the different way it's being read. It's a little difficult for me at the moment, but I'm sure we'll get along fine. The second deck is surely one that needs no further introduction. Unlike the Rider-Waite-Smith, which seemed to be more popular, I wasn't that attracted to the way that it's drawn. Unlike this deck, where the first time I saw it, it reminds me of abstract paintings from some of my favorite artists like Dali. Looks very simple at first glance, but you have to look closer to see all the different symbologies. This one is more difficult for me to understand, this deck, but so far I really like what I see, what I have seen. So back to this Johari window spread. Please pardon my bad handwriting. I'm not familiar with this psychology tool, but MsTracyTwo's always has such interesting texts. So in this itself seems to appeal more to my sense of experimentation with tarot. So I won't go through what is here already, because there are others who had done such good job explaining the tool. So previously I've done this spread on my own using the tarot of the hidden realms, and I won't be doing it live, cause I've done it already, and because I'm not very familiar with how either of the tarot realms work, so it took me some day to sit over the cards to understand what it means. So for the first quadrant, I will stop on these two quadrants first, cause it's known to self. So I do understand what these cards are talking about in a way, cause I know myself a bit better, I suppose. So for the first quadrant, known to self and known to others, I've got this Four of Pentacles. To be honest, it wasn't a very big surprise for me, cause Four of Pentacles this card seems to talk about reliability and protectiveness. So for me, I hold myself to very high standards. So if I were to make a promise to people, I will really try to fulfill them, even though I might feel very sometimes burdened by it, and like I might grumble, I might complain, but I will still get the things done because I've already made a promise. And I always tell myself, if I break my promise, then it will be such a disappointment to other people. And if I were to break a promise on things that I said, then how am I supposed to expect that people next time when people were to help me, that they won't break their own promise? And this protectiveness here seem to be more of protecting of the things that are very important to you, like your family, people around you. Yours is Pentacles, so it should be about money as well. I admit that I'm sometimes a bit more miserly when it comes to money because I'm always worried about the future. So sometimes I'll so-called hoard money to save up for a better future. It might be a bit miserly and I'm guilty of that. But I'm also protective of the people that I come to consider my family. It is not a really good habit. Sometimes it might become overprotectiveness instead. But that's how I guess we humans have our own flaws. So for this, known to self but not known to others. This card was a bit of a surprise to me because I thought that maybe people know that I'm this kind of person, but apparently it's not known to others. Maybe as what Kelly from the Truth and Story said, sometimes we thought that it's not known to others, but people may already have known somewhat because they have already known somewhat. So this is the 7 of Cups. When I see this card, I was a little thrown off because it wasn't the typical depiction of many choices fantasy, but in a way it is like this person sitting in a corner staring into space, daydreaming. So although I may look dependable and I'm also a serious person in real life, I'm actually quite a daydreamer, and possibly this speaks of a part of me who secretly yearns to sit somewhere in nature, sit in a corner, just sit there, drinking in the nature, the beauties of nature, and just staring into space and doing nothing. So I'll go on to not known to self, but known to others. So it's this card, the 8 of Cups, which I was also a bit thrown off because I don't know what it means. To me, seems like somebody is in a emotional turmoil, looking around, and on the edge here there are 8 8 moons, all in different stages of waxing and waning. So when I see this, I just think that it might mean that I may appear to people as somebody who is a little unstable in emotion. Maybe I don't seem to look as if I belong. I don't look as if I feel that I belong there. Like I'm always looking somewhere else, as if dissatisfied with my emotional state. And finally, not known to self and not known to others. Is this card which is named differently in this deck, called the Fortune Fairy, or the Wheel of Fortune, as we all know more common, as is more commonly known. So when I saw this card, I wasn't quite sure as well as to what it meant. So before I went to sleep, I just in the dark light, I just held this card up and just look at it, trying to think about what it might possibly mean. So in that dark light, there's just light spilling from the other building, just enough to let me see a general grayish monotone of this card. When I look at this card in that half light, I saw a shift. The girl's face had actually shifted. It kept shifting from child, maiden, crone in that light, and it seems as if her hair is blowing backwards from the wind that she's blowing, the very strong wind that she's blowing out from her mouth. And it looks as if she's blowing up straight into me, a kind of wind that will blow you off your feet. So of course it's the trick of the light, but in a way this card was also talking to me about what it means that the three fates, the young, the grown up, and the old, and blowing into us, the reader, blowing us to where we are supposed to be, and there's nothing we can do about it. So I take this to mean that possibly I'm somebody who is able to move, to adjust well to the changes life brings me. And the thing about this is it's not known to me, not known to myself. So possibly I can utilize this inner strength of mine to move with life's changes. And it's also called the Fortune Fairy. Sounds lucky. Maybe I'm a lucky person too. So this is my answer to the tag. Hope you all enjoy this. Thank you.